Imagine sitting before a cave wall in the flickering half light. Shadows move across the stone. Some arrive softly, others leap and twist in the firelight. You have watched them for so long that they seem to be the world itself. Their movements become your certainties, their shapes become your beliefs. Yet somewhere beyond the cave mouth, beyond the dance of shadows, another reality awaits. Perhaps this is why Plato's old story still speaks to us. Not because it describes ancient people, no, because it describes us. How often have you met someone who stirred an immediate reaction within you? Even before a word was spoken, something in their presence awakened admiration, irritations, longing or distrust. A stranger enters a room and somehow carries a piece of your attention away with them. A teacher, artist or friend appears luminous. Their creativity captivates you. Their courage moves you. Their wisdom seems to be beyond and belong to another world. Or perhaps someone provokes an entirely different response. Something about them feels abrasive. Their confidence appears arrogant. Their vulnerability seems weak. Their opinions feel unbearable. And yet, hours later, they remain in your thoughts. Why? Perhaps because some meetings are not only encounters with another person, they are encounters with ourselves. The old stories tell us that treasures are often hidden in caves, because caves are not comfortable places. Because caves hold what has been forgotten. The human soul seems to work in much the same way. There are rooms within us we rarely visit. Old fears live there. Unspoken grief, abandoned dreams, talents left unopened, songs unsung, paintings unpainted, words never spoken aloud. There are also qualities we admire from afar because we cannot yet imagine them belonging to us. The courage we envy, the creativity we celebrate in others, the compassion we long to encounter. Sometimes these qualities appear in another person, like a lantern in the darkness, and we mistake the lantern for belonging only to them. The Spanish poet Machado wrote, "Traveller, there is no path. Traveller, there is no path. The path is made by walking and walking towards." Perhaps admiration is one way the path reveals itself. What calls to us may be asking something of us. What moves us may be inviting us forward. The magician and the musician who awakens wonder. The writer who ignites imagination. The elder whose presence carries quiet wisdom. Maybe they are not merely people we encounter. Maybe they are signposts. The path appears for a moment, then disappears into the mist. The novelist Le Guin spent much of her life writing about journeys into unfamiliar territories. Her stories understood something profound. Transformation rarely arrives through certainty. Certainty can entrap us. It arrives through questions, through curiosity. The traveller rarely knows where the road leads. we need the courage to step onto it all the same. The seed does not know what shape it will become. The river does not see the ocean when it first begins its journey. Yet it continues. Something within them trusts the unfolding. Maybe the soul does too. Standing beneath an ancient gum tree at dusk, listening to the wind move through the leaves, it becomes difficult to maintain the illusion of separateness. Many Indigenous traditions across Australia speak of country as relationship rather than possession. Country is not merely landscape, it is story, memory, kinship, responsibility and belonging all woven together. A living conversation. Maybe the soul understands relationship in much the same way. Maybe some of our deepest suffering begins when we forgot that we belong. We belong to one another, to the earth, to community, to spirit, to the unfolding story of life itself. The cave grows darker when we imagine ourselves alone. The light returns when relationship is remembered. And this may be why creativity feels so important. A blank page, a paintbrush, a piece of clay, a melody emerging from silence. These are not merely artistic tools. They are lanterns to light our way, to spark us. A poem may reveal a grief we did not know we carried. A painting may uncover a forgotten longing. A story may introduce us to characters who somehow feel strangely familiar. Art has a remarkable way of returning lost pieces of ourselves. What once appeared as envy becomes inspiration. What once appeared as anger becomes courage. What once appeared as longing becomes creation. Creation itself. Little by little, the scattered fragments find their way home. Maybe this is why genuine creativity often feels sacred. It is not simply self-expression, it is recognition. A remembering, a conversation between spirit and soul. And so we return once more to the cave. The shadows have not vanished. They still move across the walls. They still dance and beckon and distract. Yet something has changed. We no longer believe every shadow tells the whole story. We have glimpsed another light. We have discovered that some of what fascinates us in others belongs to us as well. Some of what disturbs us asks for understanding rather than judgment. And some of what we seek in the world has been quietly waiting within us all along. The traveller rises. The cave mouth widens. Morning light spills across the stone. And what once appeared to be the end of a journey reveals itself as a beginning. A path made by walking. A light found by following. A soul returning piece by piece to its own wholeness.